What's up, guys? We are back with yet another episode of the MoshCast. It's your host, Ghost, and today I'm joined by Harry. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man?
You're doing good, bro.
I'm alright.
Harry got the heat. And and there we have Grace. How are you, Grace?
I'm good. How are you?
You're good, right?
Yeah.
Why you guys stand, bro? This
Comfy. Yeah, we're comfy.
Cozy, bro.
So how was your day, man, Grace?
My day was good. I hung out with a really good friend. Animes, popcorn. It was good. Nothing to stress about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite anime?
I don't know, because I'm the type of girl that doesn't know what I'm watching until you fast forward into the thing and be like, do you remember the scene?
For real?
Yeah.
So you just watch for the sake of watching?
I just watch, except the Marvel stuff. I know like the Avengers and the what. But animes, it's...
But you fuck with anime, right?
Yeah.
Are we? Damn, new Harry, what have you been up to?
Hey, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It's just social, like cut off socials at all. It's like basically just living my own life.
Yeah.
Like, I just trip, bro.
How is it been?
It's a crazy trip.
It's a crazy trip, man.
You know, it's like I think of things in depth. It's like I'll think of why leaves, for example. It's dumb questions like that. It's like
but it's needed, bro. These things are nah.
Yeah.
Cause it's so searching, bro. I feel like you should know yourself to all corners, bro. So you know how you respond.
That's why I basically like tripping on my own. Yeah.
As long as you're happy with what's happening up here in your brain.
Because I've also just been like you, bro. I've just been MIA, bro.
Yeah.
Just in the joints.
It's the vibe, bro.
Yeah.
It's the vibe.
So I wanted to touch on the thing, you know, Masoking, how they took the world by storm, especially Namibia. Their whole Amapiano, Shandis.
It wasn't me, they me.
The niggas blew up.
They blew up.
That, you know, that's our homeboy. You know, he showed us that Makucha. You know,
it's possible.
Just be possible. And with him, the thing that I checked about him, that I checked Makucha, he hit it. Is when he was being creative for Stanji. He tried something that no one ever tried.
Yeah.
And the sound came out perfect.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, Grace. Let me ask you, Grace.
Okay.
What's your take, not only on Amapiano, but music, like in Africa as the continent? What do you think? Are we making strides? What should we do?
Definitely. I feel like African music overall is moving places.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have artists that are like competing on a national level. And the thing with African music, I just feel like we like to dance and we like the good vibes.
Yeah.
So that's why we're putting out good vibes, good music, and I like where we're headed. I like the Amapiano more.
Afrobeats or Amapiano?
I can't decide because I went through a phase where it was like Afro, and then now it's Amapiano, but then the Afro is turning into Amapiano also. So I just like what I'm hearing. I like everybody.
Yeah. No. And
who is this guy? This Nigerian guy that just made like it's Afro, but it's Amapiano. I don't know the name, but it just goes down.
For me, honestly, a lot of music is going on, bro. Sometimes you can't even keep track. I only keep track on the niggas that I know, like Harry, the Soul Kings, the King B. Yeah, those ones I know because I know, it's niggas that I'm around and shit like that. But Amapiano is taking places, but it's going places, honestly. Yeah, but what's your opinion on it?
On the music in general, across the border, I feel like we are making strides, especially African music is now becoming predominantly it's making noise.
It's making noise, bro.
Yeah, but like in terms of the country, I feel like we still have a lot.
Siman J. Niggas don't want niggas to blow up.
And it's just a thing where, I kind of understood it. It's kind of like a scarcity mindset within our small population. It's a thing where they feel like maybe you are trying to invade their own territory when it's a thing supposed to be a collective and move as a collective. Like combine effort that way. Even when we make noise, it's funny. Like you can think of that meme, like for example the news meme, Jessica meme.
Yeah.
I know how it blew up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, Namibians were proud of that shit.
Yeah.
They actually like, you know,
Liked it,
promoted it. Lighted it up. It's like to the point that a week later or two, I think SABC tried to replicate that same scenario.
Shit, he went viral.
And they even gave shout out to where it came from. And that's the same movement or mobility we need in music right now. Where we back a track, like, and then we keep backing the good songs. You know? It's not. It shouldn't be a thing where cause I don't know him personally. And bro, it's all Namibian, bro.
But I won't lie, bro. For me, now, you niggas are my brothers, stand. So I'll just say you guys are in my top 5, but I won't tell you who is number 1, who's number 2, number 3, because Harry
is also in my top 5.
Harry
I just listen to your music and you're definitely my
Harry has this flow that's unique, bro. No one can say no. Who is that? Bro. Everyone will know this is Harry, bro. That's why for me, I feel like niggas are sleeping on the brass. Because for me, I see these niggas, and when they're singing in the songs, bro, I'm just like, yo, these niggas are in the zone, bro.
It's just a zone.
In the zone.
Yeah.
That's why I know, man. You guys, I know. Me, I have faith in you guys. You guys are doing all your shit that you have to do. You know, sooner or later, you know, when you do get where you want to be, they can't ignore you anymore. Check.
True.
Even if they're hitting on you, they're still watching you.
Yeah, they're still watching.
They're still watching you. Check this. Even if they don't like it, they're like, check this. So for me, I feel like it's just a matter of time, and then you guys will take off, bro. Yeah, you guys will take off, definitely, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you guys are deep.
Thank you, bro.
I want you to hear a combo. When are you guys gonna collab King B and
bro, we're still here. We'll work.
You guys should do the things, man. And then you must put ghost producer. I will cook it, bra. Hey, you guys are saying ghost doesn't that, bra. That one I'll hit it now. But I have to sit 2 hours, 3 hours. I'll beat that beat, and that's the thing I hate about myself. I want to be too finicky when it comes to something, and I just need to let it flow. Let me just produce more, put it out, produce more, put it out. I want to be so finicky to a point whereby I even stop feeling the beat, bro. I'm like, fuck this shit. And then King B will be like, move on. I'm like, no, I love the sample. And then I'm stuck between 2 minds, and I'm just like,
I see what you mean by that. Like, I also spend a lot of time on just one song. Like, I guess it's a perfectionist mindset. It's like, I need to finish this song to get it to a level where I'm happy with it.
Exactly.
You know? And that's the hardest thing to do as an artist. Like,
you
know, you can finish a verse, right? You can finish the verse and then still be still be skeptical.
Yeah, there's something missing.
There's something missing. You feel me? Yeah. So no, man, I hear you, but all I would say, except your boys' advice, is just like keep it pushing. Bro.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah. Just like don't stay stuck on one. Just keep going.
Just keep pushing. Yeah, no, I'll definitely try that. Yeah, bro. I wanted you to introduce what you wanted to talk to me about. That Sigma movement, bro.
No. It's not even. It is that deep because you know, in society we have just like, I guess like 2 main groups. Like especially when it comes to male nature and all that. It's like 2 main groups. It's like either you're alpha or you're beta. It's like no, it's either you're the weak and you should follow or you should lead. Those are the only personality traits they teach or it's like no. And by default they would say that, you know, by default we are all beta. You know, we grow up beta and all that. It's like, and then you learn that that's not the way I should be. And like some they overcome it and they become their alpha versions of themselves. But they don't talk about the Sigma now. Now the Sigma is like is this movement of, you know, now this personality trait is like you have alphas, right? You have alphas have the alpha mindset, or basically like, you know, I know self.
Yeah.
I know I have nothing to prove to niggas. So
Yeah.
But then it's like I don't at the same time don't wanna trample over niggas. You feel?
Yeah.
It's like I just wanna do my thing and,
Do your thing.
and just find myself and keep finding myself that way.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like even the alpha came even back orders at this guy because it's just like that freelancer like guy is like I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a thing of, I think how I'm getting it is a thing of, you should believe in what you feel like is right for yourself.
Basically.
You don't need to come off as an alpha to be who you are. Because, I mean, being an alpha male, or even an alpha female, they come on with this thing whereby they are very territorial in what they feel like is right to Sanjay. And that's why most people that are in positions of high powers are people that are alpha dominant sector, because they know how to act. They have to act quick and they have to act smart. So yeah, you know, and the Sigma movement, that's a dope one.
That's just how it is. Basically, it's just like, you know, they like doing their own thing and don't really conform to norms of, you know, whether it be of somebody trying to lead them, or norms of society in general.
I check. That's dope, bruh. Because for me personally, I think that's the movement I'm on. You know, I really don't care. I really don't want to prove anything to anyone. I know who I am as a person. So What about you, Grace?
I just feel like everyone should be an alpha in their own lane. Like, create something or envision something for yourself and decide to be an alpha in that situation. But then if you're in a situation where you can be compared to other people, or like people can put you on a level with other people, then it's easier for someone to decide if you're really an alpha or beta. So I feel like I'm always, or I'll call myself an alpha female, because my lane is mine, you get. So I decide what I want to do with it, or when I want to do with it, and I'm not necessarily competing with anybody. But even if I was to compete, I feel like I would still be an alpha. And this is a mindset I feel like everybody should have, so we just move as a unit. Because at the end of the day is what we can do together rather than what you do by yourself. And also because society just needs, or like the Namibian society, like we have a lot of improvements to go, like in any aspect, you know, being your profession, your creativeness, or just your individuality. So whatever lane you decide to be an alpha in that lane. And then if you find yourself in a situation where you're being compared to other people, and they can be like, okay, you're not like a true alpha, or you're like a beta, then I don't know, that becomes a bit difficult, I guess, to deal with. You know? But it's all about the mindset.
But what do you think about the Sigma movement, what he introduced?
I feel like everybody should be on that movement.
On that movement, eh?
Yeah.
Because, you know, some people, for instance, you know a person, he's not really outspoken, but in society, he's considered to be a beta just because he's not out there.
Not the mouthpiece type of situation. And that's why this type of people, the
Sigma, right?
movement,
Sigma
where it's like, you know self.
Yeah, exactly.
You know self, so they sometimes mistake you for being weak or shy.
Exactly.
But then later when they start noticing things about you, it's like then they realize like, oh,
this nigga is in his own lane.
He's in his own lane. You know, it's like not trying to fit in with people. You know.
He's trying to do.
But there are already lanes that are just decided to be like for betas, or like roles or lanes that are for alphas. You get it? It's already out there.
I feel like the Sigma is like, fuck all the lanes. I'm gonna
do it. That's
just one lane.
That's exactly
your
what
lane.
it is. And it's not a thing where, like, you know, alphas, they have this thing of over-imposing on people. That's what I'm saying. It's very dangerous. It's like, you know what it is. You know that that's how they view you. So you then proceed to delegate, or I guess to lead, the leadership role. But the Sigma shuns it away. It's like, I'm I'm still doing my thing. You know?
Yeah, I'm still doing.
I rather delegate and just let people do their own thing as well.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's just a thing. Oh, that's how they look at me. It's fine, you know.
It's fine.
Let me be there.
But I don't see myself as that, you know.
I
Just
don't
do my
fun.
thing. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, power is addictive, guys.
Yeah,
Power
it
is
is.
addictive. So some people, or having the upper hand in any situation is addictive. So I feel like when you decide to be an alpha, sometimes you're put in that situation. But when you decide you want to be an alpha and you get a little cocky and then it's a problem for people, but then I don't feel being cocky is as bad as it's already out there. Like the narrative about being cocky is like already negative. So I feel like when someone is being cocky and I notice the person is being cocky, I feel like, okay, they know what it took for them to get to where they are. So they're recognizing their game above anybody else's. But that doesn't necessarily need to be a bad thing until you come in my face and you're like, yeah, I did this, you know. So
to me, at the end of the day, how I look at psychology, right? I feel like it's a thing of, if you live in your own mind and you feel like you're right, man, no one can really tell you shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? This is just the way how you think. So I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think you are born an alpha, beta, sigma, or it's something you develop over time?
That's a good question, to be honest.
Because for me personally, I'm not really the type of person that's really too outspoken. I'm not outgoing like that. I don't, you know. But you guys know me, and you know that, you know, I'm in my own lane. I do my own shit.
We are here because of you.
Yeah, I do my own shit and whatnot.
We hear that. We understand that.
It doesn't mean I'm quiet. It's just I don't think I get along with a lot of people. And even if I do, I just choose not to, because I know myself as a person.
I would say, by personal experience, it's a thing where why I said immediately, like, by default, most people are born beta. It's just a thing where you don't know self, so you follow.
Yeah.
And then once you follow different lanes and all that, then you realize, this ain't the lane for me. This ain't the lane for me, and then you finally stumble across a lane that really works for you, and then you just keep going with that.
Yeah, that's really important.
So it's a my personal opinion is just, I feel like that's the default set. But there are some that really come out kicking. It's like rocks, and it's like I have homies like that where they really grew up that way. It's like alpha, like that, just alpha energy.
Yeah.
But they understand you. That's what I was saying. They really grow up to understand you. That this guy ain't weak. Unless my thing is weak. But this nigga ain't weak.
Don't check me like that. Me my own lane. No, brother. I love that movement, bro. It's really dope. I didn't know much about it until you introduced me to it.
Bro, I ain't even gonna cap. It's the thing where YouTube was doing its thing, and I was just going through it.
And then you also stumble across it. Bro, what are the odds, bro?
What are the odds?
You know, it's
like, and that's when I started understanding self. It's like, oh, damn, this whole time I thought I was going it wrong. I was trying to fit in with people when people was trying to fit in with me.
Exactly.
You feel me? It's like I would enter a room and then people would change the way they talk, or view themselves, or like portray themselves too. It's like, and I'm like, oh, you usually speak in the neck, like to project but this guy will be like, yo, bruh, what the fuck, man? They do. I'm like, yo, did that just happen because of me, bro? It's what's going on? And it was a thing where, and I would make an effort now. Like, yo, bruh, how's it? And it will come off disingenuous, so they'll also hate me for that as well. So it's a thing where I needed to trick my mind. It's like, no, you can conform or conform to norms or people. It's like, because you're not doing yourself any favors, you're not doing them any favors. It's like, it's better to be genuine and authentic with yourself, and that way you can be authentic with everybody
else.
Feel me?
Because that's, for me, I know that's a very important thing about me. I know I'm not for everyone, you know. I'm not the type of person that will get along with everyone, and I feel like it's a thing that you should know yourself as a human being. I'm yet to meet someone that gets along with everyone, you understand? Yeah, it's just that unless, you know, you're found in a situation whereby you're trying to fit in, but then that's you trying to be fake to yourself as well. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I do get what you're saying. The Sigma movement, I'm in full support of that shit.
Anything to say?
No.
You don't have, okay.
Say.
So yeah, you wanted to touch on something, right?
I wanted to, like, what do you guys think about, like, the financial mentality between, like, the young and the old?
Elaborate.
Like, in the sense, like, how do you feel like the younger people versus older people? Like, how do you feel like when it comes to their money? Like, mentally, like, what are the choices they make? Like, what are the differences? What would you say this choice is more, like, relatable to a young person, and this choice is more relatable to, like, an older person? You get
choice.
like, just like in the financial aspect of like mentalities.
For me personally, if I'm young,
young, like,
if I'm young,
like 18 and 35.
Okay, when I'm in my youth or whatnot, but I genuinely don't think there's anything wrong with how you choose to spend your money, because what you choose and what you do with your money is on you, and that's your personal, you know, effort, you know, because it's your money. You do whatever the fuck you want to do with your money. So me, you can't tell me if a nigga is balling, a nigga is buying his shandies, what, you have to hate on the guy because he's living his best life because of his money that he worked for. No, that's some bullshit.
I like that general question. It's like, I would say, here's how I look at things, right? It's like the older people are much more inclined to be much more on the safe side. Less likely to take risks, especially with the finances, because they've that mentality of, like, that scarcity mindset where it's like, if I invest in this or if I spend in this, what are the benefits? It's safe. Yes, it is safe, but
playing
you know,
it safe,
but they're playing it safe to a point that, you know, no risks at all. And the young is obviously hot-headed. We are much more inclined to, you know, take those risks. Because we are much more younger, we're more youthful. It's like, I know, take those risks. You never know what's going to happen. So I feel that's how I really look at things.
I feel like younger people, or like when they get into, like, real money, or like when they're starting to make or get a paycheck or whatever, I feel like younger people think of the people they grew up with, or people in their friends, in their clique, in their squad or whatever. They try to pull the rope with their friends attached.
Yeah, bruh.
You get
same niggas, bruh.
Yeah, but then it's like,
everyone should eat.
Exactly, but then it's like giving a person their own plate. You get, like, younger people would give their own friends their own plate, like, to, like, financially wise. But then the older people, they would feed you. You get, just so you can keep coming back for more. Because, like I said, I feel like power is addictive, and when it comes to financial stability or whatever, because the older people are already safe, you get, they've already lived or whatever, they already spent or whatever. So when they get to that age, I feel like they're gonna keep giving you the spoon, so you keep coming back. They won't give you the whole plate, is how I feel. That's why you find, like, adults that won't even invest in their kid knowingly. They rather pay installments, like, for, like, an education or whatever, than give that same installment for a dream or, like, a plan or business plan or whatever. So
you know what
and so that mentality of, like, I just need to get something so I can start up and just, like, keep going. That way I can stop leaning, you know, stop going to that spoon that you talk
Young
about.
people don't want to lean. We just want our own plate.
You feel me? Yeah.
And I feel like the older people keep giving you the spoon, so you keep coming back.
Okay.
Spoon.
Let me roast change. You have kids.
Yeah.
You have kids. You are more experienced when it comes to life. You know, you're in a situation whereby now you can say, this is my life. This is how I'm living my life. So you having kids, you have to now make a decision. Sanjay, would you throw your child in the lion's den and they say, "Bra, go freestyle your shandies," or would you want stability for him? You see, that's why I feel like it's kind of a trick question in the sense that for me, if I'm also an adult and I have kids, it's not a thing of Nakucha. Okay, no. I'll look at the kid as well and how he's talented and whatnot, and I'll try to see what can I get out of him, as me as a parent, knowing that I went through all the experience. Because mind you, parents have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
They have 20 years experience of us.
But that's like a timeline. Then you get that timeline, and the concepts don't work exactly in now.
Same, but they run now. Don't they run it now?
No, they don't want it now because
in terms of let me for instance saying now jobs, jobs. The people that are more inclined to have power and have more of a say in that specific thing are the adults, the elderly people, because they are the ones that are running the things right now, and they know what they want. And of course, I do understand that we are young, we have to get our chance of the plate, and we definitely do need to get our own plate. But I'm thinking I'm thinking of it as a parent. Check. So for me, it's gonna be a hard decision, honestly, depending on what the odds are. I would look at the odds. I would look at it in a very realistic way. I can't throw your own plate if you don't know what you're doing with the plate.
That's the key point with it.
For me, I'll still throw your own plate, but measure what I put on it.
You measure what you put on it?
Yeah, because I feel like you need to. It works the same way with I feel like even if you have your own plate and they only put a little, at least you understand what that little can do for you.
Yeah.
You get and how you can get more, or if you want more, you get. So having your own plate. Obviously, life is a risk. You get everything is a risk. Even if you have to send your child to tertiary education or invest in a dream or a business, I feel like the odds are the same because, the odds are not the same because in most cases, when your child is more leaning towards the further education and the degrees and the diplomas, I feel like that drive is up to that kid. You get it's within your mental capacity. Okay, it's not always in your mental capacity because sometimes you find yourself peer pressured into your situation. But if you genuinely chose a route, or you genuinely want a certain plate, I don't feel it should matter if the risk shouldn't be a thing because it's a 50-50 chance. It's both of us, we got our licenses in January and we drive out of the same yard. You get the chances of both of us having an accident at the same or not having an accident at the same. So I feel like having the benefit of the doubt or giving that plate and then you just hold back a bit on it to test or to see how your child as a parent reacts in that situation. I feel like it's better than shutting down the whole idea.
No, of course. Of course, that's definitely. I totally agree.
I feel what's really important when it comes to such conversations, especially when trying to bridge this gap, is important for the young ones and the old ones to really engage in communication.
True.
That's how you as a parent can see how far the young one is in terms of mentality, mentally and all this other stuff. Especially the most important thing is mentality. Is is he thinking logically? Is he or she thinking logically, or is it just a thing where if I throw them the plate, they go squander? You feel me?
Exactly.
So and that can really be you can tell from how they present certain
how
things.
You raised sometimes the kid even.
No, that really plays a role because for me, I've noticed, you had very good points, Grace, and I do definitely say, Nokucha, you have to, see where it leads to, that's where I'm saying, that's why I come in again with the odds. I would try to have a very open conversation with him to try to understand where he's at mentally, you know, because with all these things, I mean, we are going through it right now. You have to be, there's certain sacrifices that you need to do. You have to be disciplined.
Yes.
You have to, you know, all these things all play a role.
Keyword discipline.
Yeah.
That word is very important. Discipline. As much as you might have talent, you might have all these other things, or might have certain skills. You need discipline to keep, and that really keeps the consistency going.
Exactly.
And if they can see consistency in the actions you're doing or whatnot, they can really understand there's logic in that. Yeah.
Because, bruh, that's how I feel. Because, sometimes you feel someone is ready. Because you can give this person a whole startup capital. With the idea, everything is so nice and whatnot. You push them the shandies now. Mind you, this is you as a parent now. You give out a very large sum of money. Give it to your light. Mind you, this kid is what? 21? 18? 23, 24. He's never had this much money in his life before given to him. So it's gonna be a thing of, and we all know now in this age, bruh, you get so much money, it's gonna somehow, it's really gonna test you mentally. There is gonna be that thing of Nakucha, bruh, I have money, let's go, boys. You know, and then the other voice is telling you, we need this money. So that was really an interesting conversation. Because I really enjoyed it in the sense that this is really deeper than what we think it is. You can look at it from many angles, in whatever way you decide to look at it. I just feel like communication is key.
It is.
It really is key. So know what you are putting there and what's the risk. And with that being said, guys, I have to wrap it up. We already spent 30 minutes. Yo, it was quick.
It was quick.
And with that, I'm very thankful for you guys being on the show.
Safe,
man. Thank you for having us.
No problem.
And
safe,
bringing us together.
Exactly.
Like top 5 artists.
You know what time it is, man.
Harrygotheat. With that being said, guys, we are signing off. Please stay tuned for the next episode, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We out.